object of my affection. That's why my choice.
On Techtree this week, we put touch to work and play with these new gadgets. We take you through the new MacBook Air. And we mix technology and art in After Hours.
At an exhibition, you're always told not to touch a picture. And you're like, okay, at this exhibition, go touch, put your fingerprints all over the place. It's fine.
Hello and welcome. You're watching a brand new episode of Techtree with me, Abha Bakaya, and joining us, of course, our in-house expert, Alap. We've got lots of new and exciting things lined up for you, but first, a look at the tech buzz of the week.
Videocon has teamed up with bike maker Ducati to launch a co-branded phone, the V6-200. It's a sports phone that comes with an altitude meter, a barometer and a thermometer. So take it with you on your next mountain biking adventure. The V6-200 costs 12,500 rupees. Western Digital has launched the WD TV Live Hub Media Center. It comes with 1 terabyte of storage and allows users to play music, view photos and play full HD videos. The Media Center also allows access to YouTube, Flickr and Facebook for sharing videos and photos. It's priced at 9,995 rupees and will be available in stores next week. Google Earth has come back with a bang, and this time it's gone 3D. Users can fly from outer space down to the streets or switch to ground level view to see the same location in 3D. You can even see 3D trees in locations all over the world. Google Earth also gives historical imagery on locations, so you can track the transformation and development of a region over a period of time. Now that's cool, isn't it? BlackBerry has launched a new version of the bold smartphone, the 9780. While similar in looks to the current 9700, the 9780 packs in double the memory, a higher quality 5-megapixel camera, and it also runs the new BlackBerry OS 6 while retaining the high-res screen and the full QWERTY keypad. The new 9780 costs around 28,000 rupees and is available in stores right now. Creative Technology has launched a new range of wireless speaker systems. The speaker systems work with any compatible stereo Bluetooth device such as mobile phones, portable media players or even laptops and netbooks. The D100 is a portable boombox that is priced at 4,500 rupees and the flagship model Z-Sound D5 is priced at 18,000 rupees.
Well, that was the tech buzz of the week. Now, touch is slowly becoming an integral part of our lives and getting into everything that we use. So today we've lined up some very interesting touch devices, and no, for once we're not talking about the iPad or the iPhone. In fact, we've got something fairly exciting right here. Alap, what are we looking at?
This is called the MagixTable, and if you remember a few years ago, Microsoft has launched something called the Surface, which is pretty much similar. It's like a big table,
right,
which has a touchscreen surface, and you can interact with the content on this thing. But that was a little big because it had cameras at the back and it had infrared sensors and things like that. This one here, the MagixTable, is a much more slimmer, much more compact option, as you can see. And the best part is that this is available right here in India. You can go and buy it right now.
It looks kind of like a giant
iPad, yeah. We said we wouldn't talk about the iPad,
yeah,
but yes, this is a giant iPad. There's no
and I can see a whole range of shortcuts here, which I can just click through nice.
These are all the different apps that you have on it. There are a bunch of games, some bunch of utilities and things like that.
Right.
But I think the best part is this game out here. It's like a space age version of Pong. It's a whole lot of fun.
Okay, I'm just going to figure out with Alap all that this can do it, well, in particular that one game he's talking about. In the meantime, you have a look at exactly what the MagixTable is capable of.
You can do quite a lot of things on the MagixTable. You can play games on it. You can watch movies on it. It even gives you information about things placed on the screen. The table surface has 40-point multi-touch and multitasking features, so up to 4 people can put all their fingers on the screen and use different applications all at the same time. And what goes under the table? Well, the display on the MagixTable is a Samsung 32-inch LED TV which is overlaid with a touch-sensitive surface. The main hardware here is an Apple Mac Mini that runs Windows 7 and a custom interface. You also get a keyboard and mouse with it, but you can do without them as Windows 7 is touch-enabled and you can operate the table by just touching the screen and using the on-screen keyboard. However, this isn't intended to be used as a normal PC, as it may not always be comfortable to sit and work on documents at a stretch. The MagixTable is meant to be used commercially, so you can expect to see this in a restaurant. It could have an interactive menu, or you can find it in a shop, giving out information to customers. Or perhaps you can use it to get a closer look at products in 3D. It can of course be a great tool in your office and used as surface to discuss flowcharts and take notes. It gets interesting the more you think about it.
It's like table tennis, but not.
It's like Pong. That's what it is. Space age Pong.
Okay, well, I'm going to kid myself into thinking that I've completely thrashed all up at the game. But
you can swap the scores.
We can swap the scores. But I wish news anchors actually use something like this instead of boring laptops that we do currently.
You can. I think it would be a great thing to have on a bulletin show when you're talking about stocks and things like that.
Well,
it could become very handy.
Also tell us a little bit about the cost factor, because this is more of a commercial product, so how does it stack up?
The Microsoft Surface wallet costs $12,500, which is a good amount of money, but then it's not available officially in India. So when you get it shipped down and you pay all your import duties and taxes and everything, it's going to work out to a whole lot more, somewhere within the range of $16,000. And that's why the MagixTable works out better, because it's only 6.5 lakhs, and it's a lot smaller and it's a lot more compact compared to the Microsoft Surface. And it's a lot easier to sort of carry around and things like that. So that makes this a much more viable option for even small business establishments, things like that.
Alright, well that's for the office then, or for commercial use.
Yeah.
What about if, a regular individual wanted to actually enjoy using something like this at home? What kind of options do they have?
Yeah, so this one is a little expensive for home usage, but
exactly.
For home users, HP has launched something called the Dream Screen 400 recently. It's a touchscreen PC, and it's different from other ones that we've seen in the past, in that this one makes it very easy to use by even those who are not technologically very savvy.
Okay.
And it is specifically catered for Indian audiences. In fact, this product is only available in India.
Interesting. Well, let's take a look at what the Dream Screen 400 can actually do, how it works for home users.
The Dream Screen 400 is a space-saving and clutter-free home computer. No keyboard, no mouse because it's touch only. Tasks get easier and a lot more fun, be it browsing the internet, chatting, playing games, watching movies, listening to music, or looking at photos. You can also work on documents, subscribe to educational content for kids, and book tickets for your next trip out of town, all by using its very simple touch interface. The HP Dream Screen 400 costs around 20,000 rupees. It's affordable, and we think it's a great thing to have at home, especially for your parents and little kids.
Well, it looks like both our workplace and home are all set to get touched by technology with the likes of the MagixTable and also the HP Dream Screen 400. Well, we look forward to seeing it being used for even more exciting things out there. Right now though, let's take a very quick break. There's lots more coming up right here on Techtree. We've got the latest from Apple and also a very interesting mix of art and tech coming up on After Hours Tech. We'll be right back.
Object of my affection, that's what I choice. Of my affection, that's what I choice.
Welcome back. You're with us here on Techtree. Now, up till a year ago, portable computing meant only a laptop or a netbook. But with the introduction of the iPad, a new category sprung up and it's eating into the sales of netbooks, isn't it, Alap?
Yeah, so you see, the iPad is an amazing device. It's been proven, but it has a few hitches. It does not have a physical keypad. It does not have traditional desktop software, and there's very little scope of plugging things into it.
Alright, so the iPad's not the perfect travel computing companion just as yet. Well, that's why netbooks still rule the market.
Netbooks come with small screens, around 10 inches, as opposed to the normal 12-inch or higher laptop screens. This makes the netbook smaller and more portable. And since they used an Intel CPU, you can run Windows or Linux and all your regular software on it. But the Intel CPU in netbooks comes at a cost. It's an ultra low power CPU called the Atom. So netbooks are limited to basics like word processing and surfing the web.
So you can watch movies, you can listen to music and do all of that stuff on a netbook. But if you want to edit videos, if you want to play games, if you want to do hardcore stuff like that, then you have to go in for a laptop. Now that makes it heavy, and that basically means that you have to trade performance in for portability.
So is there a machine that bridges the gap between performance and portability? Well, Sony attempted to claim the crown with its Vaio X Size Zero laptop, and this was soon followed by the stylish Dell Adamo XPS. But the Vaio X wasn't a big hit. Its Atom processor just couldn't make it through the standard usage. The Dell Adamo, while a better performer, failed at pricing. 1.2 lakh rupees was just too much for a basic laptop.
But now we have the new MacBook Air, a machine that's as portable as a netbook and as powerful as a normal laptop.
The new MacBook Air has an 11.6-inch screen, which is slightly larger than a netbook but smaller than a normal laptop. It may be compact, but it still has a full-size keyboard and a large multi-touch trackpad. And it's not just looks and portability that the new MacBook Air brings to the table. It's a great performing laptop that runs all your common software and runs it really well. It has the much faster Intel Core 2 Duo processor versus the Atom processor found in netbooks. That again is complemented with an NVIDIA graphics chip, and the most interesting part, a flash memory based solid state drive, which is safer, faster and uses up less power compared to traditional hard disk drives.
So at 61,000 rupees for the 11-inch version and around 73,000 rupees for the 13-inch version, the MacBook Air is excellent value for money, if you're out there looking for that portable workhorse.
Well, it looks like the new MacBook Air fills up that gap between the netbook and the laptop perfectly well, and at that price as well. So we see absolutely no reason not to recommend it.
Went by.
Okay, we're heading for a very quick break at this point, but we'll come back and tell you how artists have fun with technology. So don't go away. We'll be right back.
It's very difficult to carry large quantities of clay and stuff like that around. People wonder what the hell you're doing.
You object of my affection. I'm for my choice. Object of my affection. I'm for my choice.
Welcome back. You're with us on Techtree, and we're talking about art and tech now. If you're wondering exactly what we're talking about, well, one would think art is art. It's about the artist, and there is no space for technological advances. But why have boundaries? That's the question. Here are some extremely innovative artists who love experimenting with technology.
The iPad is brilliant for on-the-go kind of things. If you want to sketch out an idea, there's things like brushes, there's Omni Sketch, there's a whole set of applications that you can use. A lot of them draw free, and all of them are something that you can use to flesh out the basics of an idea. It's a lot of fun. I mean, to be able to just make a drawing out of nothing by using your fingers on this little square book-sized slate, it gives you a lot of freedom in terms of figuring out how to do something more complex. It's compact, it's transportable, it has a huge battery life. There's iDough, for example, something that I really enjoy. It allows you to take a piece of dough and start creating a character out of it. It's very difficult to carry large quantities of clay and stuff like that around. People wonder what the hell you're doing. You can take a photograph and use Photogene or something like that. There's a lot of innovation that you're allowed, but it's within a very small space. I don't know, there's a feeling to charcoal that you can't get with an iPad. I mean, your finger on glass is very different from the scrape of charcoal on rough paper, or the feeling of ink on handmade paper, that kind of thing. If you want to feel the texture of what you're working on, then that kind of haptic technology has not yet arrived on any of these touch-based systems. I'm sure it will. And when it does, it'll be magical.
With the tech part, we've done two things. One is embedding touchscreens into a picture, and the other are the QR codes. QR codes are like barcodes, but they're smarter, and you can scan them with any phone, a BlackBerry or a Nokia or a Sony Ericsson. And the moment you scan a code of a particular picture, it will take you to the wiki travel page of that destination. So there were two bikers on a salt pan. So first I cloned them out of the picture. So I have one picture of the salt pan without the bikers. Then there's a cutout of the two bikers, which have to be moved on two frames on the two iPods. So I put them back and cut out two pictures, put them on the iPods, which you can either manually move around or run it on a slideshow. We have to do something with touch, because at an exhibition you're always told not to touch a picture, and you're like, okay, at this exhibition go touch, put your fingerprints all over the place, it's fine.
Well, I guess we're soon going to see multi-touch walls of art all around us. Something to look forward to. Well, that's all we have time for on the show this week, but do send in your tech thoughts to us at techtree@utvmoney.com and send in any questions you have for us as well. Also, do remember to join in on the Techtree chat on Twitter every Tuesday between 11 a.m. and 2 p.m. Our Twitter handle is Techtree, and you can discuss all the latest news with our Techtree team, in particular Alap here. Until then, keep writing, keep watching. Bye for now.